British Columbia's second-largest city, is one of the most culturally diverse cities in Canada. Surrey can be found in the southeast corner of the Metro Vancouver area. It's world famous for its extravagant celebrations around Vaisakhi, which is one of the most important dates on the Sikh calendar. The Surrey Parade is one of the largest of its kind outside of India.
Vaisakhi is a day in the month of Vaisakh, which traditionally on the Gregorian calendar falls in the month of April, but on our calendar it's actually an entire month of Vaisakh. And what we actually see the month of Vaisakh is, as Sikhs, is it's a chance of growth. So as flowers bloom and trees are now growing leaves and going green, animals are coming out of hibernation. There's this sense of growth everywhere around you, and the question for the human being at that time is, how are you growing? Vaisakhi is a specific day, and it's in that month and on that specific day the birth of the Khalsa happened. So we're celebrating the birth of the Khalsa. It happened to happen in Vaisakh and Vaisakhi. So the words have been intertwined and used back and forth over the years. So the official name from the Gurdwara Sahib and what we've given it is the Khalsa Day Parade. The parade itself has been growing steadily for the last 5 years. And last year our official number was just over 350,000. And this year we actually expect closer to 400,000 because we have buses of people coming up from as far as Texas, California, Oregon. It's turned into more of a national event than just a local Vancouver event with the sheer size and the communities involved. For the Sikh community, this is the largest Khalsa Day celebration outside of Punjab. The Khalsa itself was an order that was created in 1699, and the Khalsa was actually created to uphold values of humanity, tolerance, fight against oppression and tyranny, and be willing to actually sacrifice themselves in that pursuit. So you had to be very committed to come forward and actually enter the Khalsa. The reason you see so much food is one of the core principles of the Khalsa was seva, which is selfless service. And that's what you see this community doing on this day. So you have families that prepare days in advance. They're up at 3 o'clock this morning, probably prepping and getting ready and things like that. And they do so in a very joyous way as well. They're very happy on this day. It's a day to come together. It's a day of family. You have multiple families that will be sleeping over at each other's homes. And it gives them a chance to reconnect with themselves and their families and serve the community in a way that we were intending to do. But for me, at a personal level, I walk a lot of this route alone, going from stage to stage, doing interview to interview, and that's my role on the day. All my friends are somewhere else, usually my family's somewhere else, and it becomes a bit lonely because you're running from place to place, and there's a ton of expectations on you on that day to do those things, and you kind of feel one of those things that creeps into your mind is that, why do I do this? Like, why do I do this every year? Why do I keep coming back? And there's no recognition, there's no this, there's no that. And then I have to ask myself the same question, which is that, why do you want recognition? That if this is seva, then you should be doing this from the heart and not expecting anything in return. So, it kind of just, where I go down, I bring myself back up again because the principles and the foundations are so core. Once I reflect on those, my own ego and my doubts kind of get dispelled. But it's a great learning opportunity for other people to come here and actually experience what Sikhs and the Khalsa are about.
Surrey is one of the youngest cities in the country, and it's full of new ideas and community leaders. So it's no surprise that Surrey is home to Hardeep Sahota, the first certified Bhangra teacher in Canada.
For me, dancing is the most important thing in my life. When I dance, I feel energetic, motivated. I lose all track of my time. Bhangra is a combination of different dances which came together to form one. For example, Chumnar, Luddi, Sammi, Tamal. All these dances have their own set form. And I think across the world, people mostly know Bhangra. They don't even know most of the dances' name, but nowadays it's accessible to everybody. They can actually read about it, they study over it, they know what the dances are. I grew up back in India, Punjab, Patiala. I was introduced to Bhangra by the age of 8. Bunch of guys are dancing. I asked them like, what is this? They were like, we're learning Bhangra, we're dancing Bhangra. I was like, I want to do this. When they were dancing, they were smiling, they were having fun, they were like enjoying it. I was like, if they can have that much fun while dancing, and I should be doing the same thing what they are doing. The school team actually invited me to join their team. Slowly, that whole part went to as a competitions, and we competed at state level. And then I competed college, university, national. When I got to Canada, the only thing was on my mind, okay, I'm just gonna work, have a family, and that's it. Because I was pretty new here, I didn't even know like what kind of culture is here, what kind of people are there. And then my sister was watching a TV, and there was a bunch of the guys dancing. I called them. I was like, I just came from India and I want to dance. They were like, come. I went there, I showed them my profile, like what I have done in the past, and then they selected me. So that's how I got into the dance from 2003 to till now. One of that person named Mo Taliwal, he's the founder of the VIBC. He emailed me one day, and then he goes to me, there is a workshop happening in SFU. It's called Move BC. You should go and see, check it out. Like, what options do you have for yourself? I went there. I asked one question. I was like, guys, do you guys have anything for the Punjabi folk dances or no? They were like, no, we don't. And that was pretty disappointing for me. I was like, I have spent almost 16 years of my life in dancing, and they don't even have anything for us. Next day I woke up, I was like, no, there should be something for us. And if there's nothing for us, my job is to actually create something for us. So in 2012, I became first certified Punjabi folk dance teachers in Canadian Dance Teachers Association. So you count 1, 2, 3, 4. ठीक है? उसी बोल रहा है. Pay attention. 5, 6, 7, go. 1, 2. So in 2012, I formed this organization called Royal Academy of Bhangra. The reason was to open up a platform where people can actually bring their kids in. They don't have to stress about, oh, our kid's gonna go dance at a wedding or reception. We don't do that. That's where the legacy goes forward. And they will be educating others. What the dance is, what the art form is, sharing something with everybody, making accessible to everyone, is educating others who we are, why we are doing it, what is the reason behind it. Part of my motivation is to keep the culture going. The way I want to bring it to the people, they'll be like, okay, wow, we see something, we enjoyed something, and it means something. I've been doing this for almost 24 years, and I'm still doing it, and the plan is to keep it going.
There are so many inspiring stories in Surrey, including Karen Mann and her foundation called Youth Transforming Society. Surrey might be her home, but this impressive young woman thinks on a global scale.
When I look back at the last 6 years, I really have to take a moment and come back to reality, pinch myself. It's not totally for me about the total amount of money we've raised, it's about the impact we've had overall through all the activities that we've done, through all the projects that we've done. Do we all want to be there? We can perhaps do shifts. The YTS stands for Youth Transforming Society, and we're a humanitarian youth group. YTS was formed after the Haitian earthquake in 2010. We decided to do something about it after watching all the telecasts and all those images of people struggling, people suffering, and myself and 3 other friends decided to take the 2 weeks that we have for spring break to dedicate that to a bottle drive. At the end, we collected $1,000. For us, that $1,000 was just like a spark. And this gave us the opportunity to open the doors for us to establish YTS, to have confidence that we can make a difference. While growing up, I saw every member of my family give back to their community. From a young age, I learned the value of hard work, giving back, empathy, caring for people. And that's kind of shaped my life. That's driven me. Our initial goal was to continue to do fundraisers for those type of causes, like when things went wrong in different parts of the world. And I think we did that for 2 or 3 years. And after that, we kind of realized that there's other things that we should perhaps be looking at. So that could be local, just at home, here in our community, or globally. And then the second part, to involve other youth and our peers directly. So we hold events that directly target involvement, such as our Volunteering and Beyond event, which is one of the largest community volunteer fairs in the Lower Mainland, I believe. And we've also introduced a community service scholarship. So in a way to motivate our peers to get involved. So we recognize individuals for their hard work, for their community involvement through these scholarships.
So basically with these flowers, these are easy to do, and then some of us can maybe start on the crunchy flowers.
To date, YTS has raised over $16,000, and some of the organizations that money has gone towards is Red Cross, Oxfam Canada, Salvation Army. When we started YTS in 2010, it was the 4 of us, and we've grown to a family of over 150 volunteers, as well as an executive team that takes on that leadership role of 25 members now.
Hey Jason, it's Karen from YTS. How are you?
The role that technology has played in helping us reach out to people is amazing. It's been an advantage to help growing YTS for sure. It gives us time, extra time to be able to focus on projects, and also helps us communicate with all our members in an instant. So I think for myself and also for YTS, it's just about the fact that we helped. That simple word, that we've helped. And if in the last 6 years I was able to help even just one person, I think it's absolutely worth it.
Like any Canadian city, hockey is a big deal in Surrey. Participants of the Heroes program know that it can be more than just a game. Hockey's part of a cultural identity.
Rivers wide and I am drifting through the darkness, ever lifting. Leaves are falling in the heart, and winter takes its toll.
I'm from Syria. I live in Turkey about 2 years. After that, I moved to Canada. I live now in Canada about 1 year. Before in Syria is war, bomb every day. 1 minute you dead, I and my family is just very, very scared. That's because it's war. I need safe for my wife, my children. My children continue school. I feel very, very happy here. I ask my children, you choose any sport and what I can do here in Canada.
I want to play hockey.
HEROES, which is an acronym for Hockey Education Reaching Out Society. We work with kids that couldn't otherwise possibly afford to play the game.
When I first started in Hockey Heroes, I didn't know how to skate. The coaches, they helped me.
You and me, we were gonna be the heroes of our lifetime. You and me, we climbed every tree. Together, you and me.
When I came to Surrey, make me feel like my home, and I play with my friend, and we play together, and I'm happy so much.
So we want to make sure that they feel like they're part of a family, and we want them to achieve, we want them to dream, we want them to know that they could be a success in the community. It doesn't matter where you came from, you're all starting from the same place.
I want to continue play hockey and get better.
play hockey in Surrey. I like this. Yes. The future for my children is very, very good. Yes. Very, very free.
Surrey is home to so many amazing people. Who are the people you love in your community? Tell us about them by emailing opticlocal@telus.com. We will see you soon.